Eala returns set as she tackles Turkish foe in Abu Dhabi Open R32. Eala is on to her next challenge as she gears up for the WTA 500 Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open. Just a day after arriving in the UAE, the 20-year-old Filipina received her opening round draw and will face Turkish player Zeynep Sönmez, an opponent she knows well. Eala and Sönmez last crossed paths in the qualifying rounds of the Eastbourne International last year, where Eala dominated 6-1, 6-3 en route to a finals appearance against Maya Joint. The two are also familiar with each other's games off the singles court, having partnered twice on the ITF doubles circuit earlier in their careers. Eala and Sönmez are scheduled to meet at 2 p.m. Manila time on Sunday. The Turkish player, WTA number 112, is coming off a third-round exit at the Australian Open, where she fell in 3 sets to Yulia Putintseva, 3-6, 7-6, 3-6. Eala, meanwhile, is coming off a WTA 125 Manila stint, losing in the quarterfinals to Camila Osorio, 6-4, 6-4. She also had a brief Grand Slam run, exiting in the opening round against Alicia Parks, 6-0, 3-6, 2-6. Their other meeting came in Nantes, France, in 2023, where Eala also defeated Sönmez, 7-6, 6-4, giving her a 2-0 head-to-head record. Eala returns, ready to rise. A new chapter begins in Abu Dhabi. The Abu Dhabi air carries a particular kind of promise in February. It hums softly under floodlights, drifts across pristine hard courts, and settles into the quiet moments before a match, the seconds when belief and pressure share the same breath. For Eala, that air feels familiar again. It feels like return. Back on court at the Abu Dhabi Open, Eala steps into the round of 32 not just as a competitor, but as a story still unfolding. Across the net stands a determined Turkish foe, sharp-eyed and battle-ready, eager to make her own statement. But this moment belongs, first and foremost, to Eala, returning, recalibrated, and quietly dangerous. This is not merely a match. It is a reset. Eala's journey has never been linear. It has curved and swerved, shaped by growth spurts in skill and expectation alike. Once heralded as a prodigy, then tested by the unforgiving rhythm of professional tennis, she arrives in Abu Dhabi carrying lessons that can't be taught in academies or measured by rankings. She carries patience now. She carries perspective. The court gleams beneath her shoes as she takes her first steps into the arena. Each bounce of the ball feels intentional, grounded. Her movements, once fueled by youthful audacity, are now sharpened by understanding. The forehand still sings when struck cleanly, but there's something new behind it. Restraint, timing, trust in the process. Across the net, the Turkish opponent represents more than a nationality or a flag. She is pressure embodied, aggressive baseline play, relentless retrieving, and the kind of confidence that thrives on testing young stars. It's the sort of matchup that asks questions early. Are you ready to grind? Are you ready to wait? Are you ready to win ugly if beauty refuses to obey? Eala doesn't rush the answers. From the opening games, rallies stretch like desert roads, long, demanding, merciless under the sun. Points are earned, not gifted. The ball moves with purpose, corner to corner, each exchange revealing intent. Eala absorbs the pace, then redirects it. She bends before she strikes. There's a quiet maturity in how she constructs points now. She probes the backhand. She changes height and tempo. She resists the temptation to finish rallies too soon. It's tennis played with foresight, not impulse. Abu Dhabi watches closely. For Filipino fans following from afar, this match is more than a line on a draw sheet. It is a reminder that representation at this level still matters, that seeing one of their own compete on a global stage carries weight beyond the scoreboard. Every hold of serve, every breakpoint defended, echoes across time zones. Yet Eala seems blissfully detached from the noise. Her focus is internal, rhythmic. Breathe. Bounce. Strike. The Turkish challenger fights back. As expected. Momentum shifts. A service game tightens. A rally turns on a net cord. This is where matches tilt, where belief is tested not by dominance, but by discomfort. Eala steadies. She leans into the wake. Footwork sharpens. Returns deepen. The court suddenly feels smaller for her opponent. Angles closing. Options narrowing. What once felt like an open canvas now looks crowded. This is the difference between arriving and returning. Returning means knowing who you are when things wobble. It means trusting that the hours spent offstage, in rehab rooms, on practice courts, in quiet self-doubt, will show up when needed most. Eala doesn't force the moment. She invites it, and when it comes, it is earned. A clean winner down the line. A hold secured with authority. A glance toward her box, brief and composed. There is no roar, no excess celebration. Just resolve. As the match progresses, Abu Dhabi begins to sense it too. This is a player settling into herself. Not chasing expectations, not burdened by them. Just playing the game as it asks to be played today. Win or lose, this round of 32 clash marks something important. It marks continuity, momentum, a reminder that careers are built not in single breakthroughs, but in consistent returns to purpose. For Eala, the Abu Dhabi Open is not a destination, it is a checkpoint, a place to test progress against international steel, a place to refine, to risk, to remember why she started. When the final ball is struck and the dust settles on the hard court, one thing is clear. Eala is no longer just emerging. She is arriving, again, and on her own terms. And Abu Dhabi, bathed in evening light, bears witness to the next step forward.